What's up, everyone? It's your boy Infrar-Ed. Welcome to Scott Reports. Today I'm bringing you an anime review of Lostorage Incited WIXOSS, episode 12. Now, although we are at the finale of this series, it seems like our journey may not be over with it yet, because after the episode aired, it was on the actual Twitter account for the WIXOSS page, and it was announced that a new project is in the works that is called Lostorage Conflated WIXOSS. Now, this could be the usual troll where it's just like a mobile game or maybe just a new expansion to the card game or something like that. Or it could very well be a fourth season of this series, which I would be okay with. I really would be okay with, because this was a very enjoyable season. And with that being said, we'll get on to the battle itself with Suzu versus Satomi. And this guy Satomi, his ability was scary. It was very scary because she was fighting an uphill battle against this guy who can change the ability of his cards at will, and he can change your cards too. So that was just broken as hell, and I didn't expect Suzu to beat this guy flat out, and we'll get to that. But I do like some of the things that she did in this episode to overcome the battle. So let's get to the episode. So this ability that Satomi and Joker had was also why people couldn't tell he was a Larig or a Selector at first glance, because it masked that ability. But it also rendered Honest completely useless, because no matter if she used the ability on Satomi, the cards that she sees wasn't going to be necessarily what she got, because he can just flip them over at will. And he made sure he kept the creepiness going. He made sure he continued to be the troll king by even saying things like by trying to taunt Chinatsu and lure her out by saying, you know, when I defeated Sho, it almost made me want to jizz. I mean, it almost did. I'm like, oh, dude, really? But I have to give props finally to Suzu for being able to use some strategy to take this guy out. I mean, yeah, some things were kind of out of nowhere, but it was good strategy nonetheless, because he can use any card and any ability, or he can flip the abilities and vice versa. He can basically do what he wants on the field. He actually used Berserk on Suzu, which has been a big weakness of hers, even though she's been getting out of it, to try to turn the tide of battle and to taunt Chinatsu too by using her ability. But what she was able to do was use Honest on herself, and that ended up dispelling the abilities of Berserk, because her true intentions was not to attack. So, you know, it was a little bit plot holey, or a little bit plot convenience with that ability being used, but it was still smart nonetheless. I gotta give props to Riru as well, as she was able to use a little bit of trickery to get Satomi to drop his guard a little bit, as he started going on his bad guy spiel about the Larig liberation and just wanting to crush people all together. And for a brief second, she gave up the guys that she was actually with them and believing them, because he said Larigs are made to just destroy each other and cause havoc. And she was like, you know, I am a Larig. All I want to do is fight. I don't care. But that was just a ruse in order to get him to drop his guard, to either waste a coin or not use a coin, or basically give Suzu a better chance. And that's where things really begin here, because they pulled a little bit of a Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, Satomi and Suzu, they were going back and forth. They're using their coin bets left and right to the point where they didn't have any more coins left to use in this battle. However, Chinatsu, after convincing her Larig, was able to use one of her coins and give it to Suzu, and that caused a fusion between Honest and Berserk. And of course, the power of friendship overcame, and they were able to defeat Satomi with that ability, with the bad guy going out saying, you know what, even though I'm defeated, as long as there's evil out there, I'm still going to reign, so it doesn't really matter. I go away in evil dust. But I don't know, I can't help but feel that Satomi wasn't really the real threat in this series. I mean, yes, he was fun, he was a troll, he was compelling, but it just seemed like his ambitions for something like WIXOSS was just a little bit flat. I mean, how many times are we going to see a villain that just wants to see the world burn? I know we're tired of seeing that as much as we are tired of hearing that phrase, but overall, that's just what he wanted to do. He just wanted destruction. Which is why I'm okay if there's another season of this, because there's still some things out there that are left unresolved, and I hope we get that answered. And I like Satomi as a villain, but I just feel like there's something bigger on the horizon. So yeah, the power of friendship wins again. I didn't expect Suzu to win this on her own. I knew somebody was going to come in and help her. Everything's right in the world. Everybody's happy again. You know, Hana's back. She's happy. We see everybody else. We see all the other people that was under the bookkeeper's Marinette, they're all around doing their lives, and whether they're Larig or a human, everything seems nice and calm. We do get to see that Chinatsu has decided to wait the 90 days out and let her coins disappear. She got to speak to her Larig a little bit before it went away, and even though she lost her memories, her and Suzu actually, sorry about that, they actually got a friendship reboot because she didn't remember who Suzu was, but she still had the little toy thing on her bag. It kind of reminded her of something, and the two have become formal friends now, and they're just gonna build this relationship once again. I'm pretty sure something like our memories may be jogged back or something, because if we do get another season, we're probably... That's a good question. I don't know if we're going to touch base with these characters again, or are we going to get a new cast, but either way, it looks like they are finally going to continue building that friendship from here on out. And Riru, who is the winner of this tournament, I guess, in a sense, is interesting because her wish was to not forget her Larig, not to forget Riru, so that's all she wanted. She gets her friends back. Everything is happy overall. But, you know, it's still some things out there because it's definitely setting up for something. First and foremost, am I the only one that noticed that was Akira on that billboard? So she's still out there somewhere, whether she's just working or she's still in a selector game. Also, we do see that Kiyoi, aka Piruk, she saw Satomi, who's still walking around as well, and as soon as she saw him, her face just lit up with anger because I'm pretty sure she wants that run back and to wipe out what he's doing. And that was this season and this episode overall. Guys, this was a very solid episode. I mean, it has some flaws. The series itself has some flaws. So with my final grade, I would give Lostorage Incited WIXOSS, I'll give it a 7.5. I want to say a 7, but I'll give it a 7.5. I feel like I've been giving out a lot of those this season because this was a very enjoyable season. You don't really have to watch the rest of the WIXOSS series to actually get into it, but it would help to know what's going on. But the thing is, some of the downfalls about it is that it drug on a little bit too long. I mean, it came in strong and then it just started to drag for multiple episodes, and it wasn't until well after the second half, like maybe episode 8, 9, maybe even 10, that things started to pick up and we got to where we are now. But they did manage to wrap it up in a nice little bow to leave it open enough that if we don't get another season, we'll be okay. But at the same time, because they left so much out there, we want to know so much more. So guys, definitely let me know what you thought of this episode and this season in the comments below. If you like this video, go ahead and drop it a like, and if you want to hear more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, as there's not a shortage of content you guys indulge on this channel. And it has been fun talking to you guys about WIXOSS for the first time. I was glad that I was able to catch up with this series as a whole so I could bring this review to you. At the same time, I was glad that it was kind of self-accessible so I could bring you guys this review. So it's been a blast. Thank you guys for joining me. Hope to see you guys again in the winter seasons. I got a couple of things I'm still trying to really hash out what I'm going to do, even though I did make a video. But the finalized schedule I'm still hashing out, but it'll be enough content. I mean, your boy's still going to be here, even though the winter is looking a little bit naked. So I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here, guys. As I always say, you can be anywhere on YouTube right now, but you chose to listen to me. I really appreciate that, so thanks for stopping by. On that note, it's your boy Infrar-Ed signing out. See you soon.